Capricorn, hello. Welcome to June 2019. This month I'm pulling a celebrity goddess from this tarot deck by Faye Orlove. So I hope you enjoy. This celebrity goddess, whoever she may be, is gonna pervade over your reading. I don't know why I'm talking in a fucked up voice, but whoops. I guess you're feeling a little playful this month, Capricorn? That's fun. Very interesting. We got a couple ladies for you, Capricorn. We got the Olsen twins, Ten of Wands energy. And we got Winona, Five of Pentacles. Fucking love Winona. She's so talented. Alright, let's dive in. I don't really... Yeah, we'll see. Capricorn June. Yeah. I was gonna say... I feel like one... okay, a couple cards just splashed out. Alright. Let's... We got the Nine of Swords in reversed. We got Judgment. Whew. We got the Four of Swords in reversed. We got the Wheel of Fortune. And we got the King of Swords in reverse. Let's dive in. And let's start here with the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, change, karma. Definitely just kind of some spinning of circumstances, I think. I kind of feel like I don't know why this is happening for you. And all of this stuff. It's kind of an all over the place reading for me. Let's bring it back to our girls. The Olsen twins. I mean, first of all, the thing that's weird about the Olsen twins is that they were, like, so good when they were younger. They were great. They were just very talented and authentic and, like, really beautiful and wonderful and funny and, like, cute. But growing up in Hollywood obviously fucked them up, as it does all of us who were, like, anywhere near Hollywood. Like, Hollywood is just not the best. I mean, look at what happened to Winona. So, I mean, but definitely, I think the Olsen twins kind of got the brunt of it. Hence the Ten of Wands energy, this burden. It's like, yes, they got to be successful and, like, do whatever they wanted, basically, in their lives, and now they have, like, some kind of fashion line, like Kohl's, or is that over? I don't know. But regardless, their Kohl's fashion line ended up being a burden. This fame put on them too soon is a burden. And Capricorn, you are no stranger to burdens at all. So, I mean, I think you're kind of also talking about Hollywood. Winona Ryder, she, especially this moment, like, the fact that she has a free Winona shirt, it's like, Winona, probably lost her mind a little bit. Like, she probably just was so fucking stressed that she just went crazy, and the kleptomania was just a symptom of, like, whatever other deeper lying things were going on, because she had basically been, like, dude, she dated Johnny Depp, like, that fucker, you know what I mean? So it's like, of course Winona Ryder had some, like, psychological trauma, and she just felt left out in the cold, like, by the system probably, or by humanity, who knows? She was in a dark place. Five of Pentacles is all about feeling left out and feeling like, oh my god, why is everyone, like, Five of Pentacles, I feel like could also be Mindy Kaling, like, why is everyone hanging out without me, you know? And so yeah, I mean, like, I guess just from these girls, I'm getting kind of the sense of, like, Capricorn, of, like, your sense of duty, your sense of, like, especially since you are a Capricorn and your whole mission in life is to climb to the top of the mountain, and, like, let's for a minute talk about Hollywood as being a metaphor for the mountain. It's like, what do these dreams cost? Or, like, what are the costs of your climb up to the mountain? How is it kind of, like, psychologically draining you? Because you also got the Nine of Swords in reverse, and so it's like, I'm just feeling a sense of anxiety and overwhelm and kind of like, I think your question is kind of just like, it just sounds like you're burnt the fuck out. You're burnt the fuck out, but also because you're a Capricorn, I know you want to keep going. Like, I know you don't want to stop. I think you kind of are in desperate. Oh my god, it's all finally clicking. Okay. You're in desperate need of rest. Yeah, but you're not gonna take it. This isn't reversed, but you really need to chill the fuck out because you're so burdened by you being like your Capricornness, your like persistence and like not giving up, and you're like considering your work to be of like you fuel your emotional life through your work. But what is that costing you? What is the burden of that? What are the ways in which also the thing you've been doing has been causing you the stress and anxiety that you're maybe perhaps reversed to even acknowledging? Oh my god. And then we got Judgment. Yeah. So it's like, I think Capricorn, especially in work, this is definitely work for me and you. But also, work is your identity. It's like who you are. You love work. But what are the ways in which you are operating in ways that are actually impeding your best work? Winona Ryder, so fucking talented, so good. And I'm not faulting her at all for whatever lapses in judgment she may have had, right? But like, also just imagine like if she had been treated well by others, or what if she had had the like kind of knowledge of how to take care of herself, to recognize this Nine of Swords energy, that there's too much, but it's like also painful. Like knowing that the pain must be healed and dealt with, and that there must be rest. And with these Olsen twins, also like maybe for them it's like kind of reconnecting with their childhood self, because my whole point about them was like they were good when they were kids, and then like their souls were sucked from them, right? So it's like I'm also kind of Capricorn getting a sense of like your work has become a burden where you are no longer in touch with yourself. There's not a sense of play involved in your work, and I really think you need to get into a sense of play, reconnect with your inner child, find out how to do your work passionately from like a really easy place, like the ways in which work doesn't need to be hard and stressful. Maybe this means choosing another path. Maybe it means no, it doesn't. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think it's just like, you might be on the right path already. You may very well be. And maybe you're not. And if you're not, then definitely just stop doing the thing you hate and start. I mean, that's a whole chapter. That's a whole book, right? Go get a book about doing that if you're on the wrong path. But let's assume you're on the right path. Let's assume you're on the right path, and that these are just kind of like the bumps and trials and tribulations of the path you chose that you're coming up against. Then, yes, I think I'm getting play as kind of a medicine for you, Capricorn, but also what I was trying to like say while I was kind of rambling, I'm channeling divine messages. They're not always like perfect, right? I'm saying, imagine if Winona or the Olsen twins hadn't been so fucked up by Hollywood, and they had the wherewithal to be like, you know what? This system is toxic. Or I don't deserve to be treated this way. Or I shouldn't have to have this burden of this many swords in my back. Or just carrying all these burdens of what this gift has cost me, right? If they were like, I'm going to set up boundaries. I'm going to check out for a second to take care of myself. I'm going to embrace change and a whole new way of looking at things and doing things. I'm going to take stock, but I'm going to really look at what it is that my job is, what it requires of me, what it demands of me, what I am able to give, what I need in return, what my boundaries are, finding a sense of like lightness and play. Like with judgment, it's kind of like you might be Capricorn just in this really deep emotional place of figuring out how you're going to change your approach. Change your approach. I guess that would be the title of this video. Change your approach. Embracing this change because you've been carrying too much and it's been costing you too much. And it's been maybe making you flip out a little bit because you're like so fucking stressed. And you might almost not even be aware of your own stress because you've been living with it for so long. So maybe this could be an external circumstance that like comes to like bring all this up for you, where you start to have to face it, the need for change, the need for you to do things differently because it's unsustainable. And I, again, don't mean like, it might mean quit your job, but I think it could also just mean like come into your job with more of a sense of your power and authority because you are, it's like just taking stock also, did I say this already? Like of what you're offering and you're great, so you deserve, you're so good and so talented. You're so good and so talented. And the world needs your gifts. So the world, just as much as you do, deserves to be in a better relationship with you. You get to like stop all the abuse. I think that's another thing too. There's a little bit of abuse going on, and that's just the world in general right now, but like also in your own life. Like, are you hanging out with people who are like maybe a little jelly of you and they're like kind of putting you down or making you feel like you're wrong? And I mean, maybe you are wrong. I mean, but like making you feel like you're wrong in terms of like making you feel like you can't do anything right. Are you around people like that? Like maybe it's time to end some of those relationships. Like I got the King of Swords in reversed. And he's kind of the king who's like, you know, cuts through bullshit. But with him reversed, I'm also like, maybe it's a little bit of like arrogance and like someone who's like just acting like you can't, yeah, like I'm getting can't do anything right over and over again. Okay, mentally abusive, power hungry, manipulative. He's using his intellectual powers to manipulate those who are not as mentally strong. He tends to flaunt his intelligence, making himself superior. His critical words have the power to slice right through you. So yeah, like you might be hanging out with someone. Is this someone you're dating? If so, like just get the fuck out of there. But if it's not, if it's a friend or just someone you look up to or someone who has some kind of influence over you, I think, or maybe it's someone who's like offering you everything you wanted, like the Olsen twins, right? Like maybe it's like kind of a whoops, everything you ever wanted idea from this guy. But what is the cost? And what is it taking away from your soul? And how can you approach the same work that you do in a way that's healthy for you and makes the most of your talents and like doesn't cause you to like totally have a mental breakdown? If you're on the verge of a mental breakdown, which you very well unfortunately may be, I think a lot of it is being caused by someone with this kind of influence who's just no good. So like, I don't know who he is to you. And it could be a woman as well. Like, don't, like, we can't get too caught up on the gender of the court cards. But, yeah, Capricorn, I think things are going to be good. It's just like, you deserve better. You deserve better. And it'll be easier once you have sorted through all this. Because you will get to the top of the mountain. You're a Capricorn. It's your destiny. But the mountain doesn't have to be that hard. I know it's hard, but it like doesn't have to be that hard. Alright. You can do it. Bye. I'm rooting for you.